Thank you. I think the fact that we have had to have this meeting is an indication of the serious state of affairs in this country, where apparently the rule of law has been hijacked by those in authority. When I talk about the rule of law, I would always like to qualify it should be the rule of just. And there are several laws in this country which are not just. And one example, of course, is the Internal Security Act. We have a law which allows the government to detain anybody on suspicions and without charge, and to be detained for at least 2 years without a trial. So that's the absence of some justice in this country. What it tells us is that if you or I are arrested or taken in by the police or by the MACC for questioning, there is no guarantee that you or I will come out alive from that question. We have had several cases of custodial deaths. You probably remember the case of Coogan. Now we have Tilbengok being questioned by the MACC. Here is a young man, a fit, healthy young man, engaged to be married in the following week, taken in by the MACC, questioned about the activities of his immediate boss, and he does not come out alive. He's found dead 14 stories below the office of the MACC. That was almost 2 years ago, and we still do not have an answer to this whole question of a mysterious death in the custody of the MACC. Now, if that is not a miscarriage of justice, what is? And that is what we're looking for today. We're looking for justice. Now, if you read the proceedings of the inquest, which comes out sporadically in the newspaper, and even those reports are not very full and complete, one can see that there is an attempt to make out that Tilbengok committed suicide. And there are no circumstances under which you would suspect a young man about to be married and expecting a baby to commit suicide. And I would rule it out completely. And there is no evidence for that in all the postmortems and in all the findings that have appeared and all the statements being made in the inquest. Let us not forget that when Anwar Ibrahim was arrested and suffered a black eye, we were told that this was self-inflicted. So we are now being told that Tilbengok committed suicide. And the way the inquest went, and the way the Royal Commission of Inquiry is behaving at the moment, there is an attempt to prove that Tilbengok committed suicide. And in my mind, no such thing could ever have happened. There is no evidence. Dr. Ambiga suggested that we have to look at this whole question of forensic pathology. We do not have many experts, real experts, in forensic pathology in this country. We have a medical profession which doesn't always live up to the expectations of the public. And we have seen some of the reports made by doctors about custodial deaths. And certainly the one in Kuben's case was very, very doubtful. And I think that Ambika's point is a valid one. I think the Malaysian Medical Association, on behalf of the medical profession, should examine circumstances of forensic pathology, not only in the case of Teo Peng Hong, but also in the cases of all the other custodial deaths in this country. And we should have to wait and see the outcomes of the inquiry. And the point made by Ambika again was very clear. We are kept in the dark most of the time about what's happening in the Royal Commission of Inquiry. The reports, the papers are very sketchy, and I think the government and the Commission owes it to the people of Malaysia to make such information available in verbatim. This country does not have transparency. This country does not have accountability of its government and its judiciary. Thank you.
Good.